Okay, so this is my long-term assignment performance review of Lysistrata. I'm going to try to do this all in one take, unlike my last video where it was like 30 takes, and I still was not super happy with it. Gonna be much more off the cuff with a little bit of preparation. So the main like plot of Lysistrata is Sparta and Athens are at war and have been at war for a while, and Sparta's like kind of winning. And so this lady named Lysistrata decides to get all the women together and essentially go on a sex strike. And that includes Athenian women and Spartan women, and get the men to essentially lose interest in war because they're so hung up on their like sexual needs or whatever, which is pretty awesome and funny. They are also going to like dress super sexily, wear like negligees and that sort of thing, just to get the men really wanting it, and then you know get all the way to third base, and that's it essentially. So they then go out and like spread the word to all the women, and so the men uh, are pretty upset about it, especially this like old group of men who decide they're going to burn down the government building. I can't remember what it was, but the women essentially took it over to keep the coffers from being used for war and keep it, in house essentially. Once again to stop the war. And so they send out this like local official, and he and Lysistrata debate it, and he goes home a loser essentially. Um, but anyway, it all works out in the end. Um, uh, the women all essentially are able to win. They convince the men to find peace once the men all realize that it's not only the Athenian women, it's the Spartan women as well, and they have no chance in hell of ever getting any kind of relief without peace. So they get peace. Um, so that's the synopsis. Went a little bit over a minute. Apologize for that. Either way, um, I would say this kind of falls into what we discussed with early Asian theater during the Song Dynasty, where they would do like high society versions of lowbrow humor. Because like this is the comedy, so you could do like the Greek comedy versus tragedy. Although comedy and Greek comedy didn't really mean that, but whatever. Um, but the use of like the hanging dicks, or sorry, the hanging penises, um, and then the local magistrate sitting down on the two huge balls and having it was really lowbrow humor, but it was done via theater and was pretty funny. And so I would I would definitely say it would fit into that like lane of theater during the Song Dynasty or vaudevillian, I guess you could say. Um, they also use a lot of wordplay, which I think would fit into that, where um, they would put a little bit of innuendo into the conversations, both I'm sure intentionally to like drive the men more crazy during their discussions, but also just it's funny tongue in cheek. Uh, it's a funny thing to do. Um, I would. I personally loved it. I thought it was very funny. Um, and I could see it, being fairly successful. I would give it probably 5.5 swinging penises out of 7. It's pretty good. Um, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And there you go.